Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I've got a story that will make you want to dump out every quarter from your pocket, your couch cushions, and maybe even that old coin jar gathering dust in your kitchen. Would you believe me if I told you that a single 2021 Washington quarter could be worth a jaw-dropping $2.6 million? That's right, this is not a drill. A simple quarter, the kind you might have used to pay for parking last week, could make you an instant millionaire. Stick with me, because I'm going to tell you exactly what to look for, how to tell if you have one of these rare quarters, and the incredible story behind why it's worth so much. Let's jump in. Now, I've been collecting coins for a long time. And let me tell you, the thrill of finding something rare in everyday change never gets old. A few years back, I was at a gas station, paying for a coffee, when I noticed a weird-looking quarter in my change. My gut told me to hold on to it, and boy, am I glad I did. It turned out to be a valuable error coin worth hundreds of dollars. But imagine finding one that's worth $2.60 million. That's life-changing money, and someone out there could be holding on to one right now without even realizing it. What makes this 2021 quarter so valuable? Let's break it down. The mint mark and what it means first. Let's talk about the mint mark. If you look on the front obverse of the coin, near Washington's ponytail, you'll see a tiny P. That stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where this particular quarter was struck. Why this quarter is special: not all 2021 quarters are worth millions. So don't go selling yours just yet. The ones bringing in the big bucks have a very specific error. It's believed that only a handful of these coins exist due to a rare minting mistake. The error that changes everything. What makes this coin so valuable is a unique die error. These rare quarters were struck with a double die obverse and a misaligned reverse, meaning Washington's face appears slightly doubled, and the back of the coin is misaligned with the front. This happened due to a misprint at the mint, creating a one-of-a-kind collector's item. How to spot one in your change? Alright, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. How do you know if you have one? Look for doubling on Washington's face, especially around the eyes, nose, and lips. If the reverse is slightly off-center, that's a big clue. Any unusual textures or raised surfaces could mean a striking error. If you notice these features, do not spin the coin. Put it in a safe place and get it evaluated. Auction records and market value. Now, you're probably wondering, has anyone actually sold one of these for millions? The answer is yes. One of these ultra-rare 2021 quarters recently sold for $2.6 million at auction. The bidding was fierce, with collectors battling it out for a chance to own this historic coin. Where to sell and authenticate your coin? If you think you have one of these rare quarters, the next step is authentication. Take it to a professional coin grading service like PSGS or NGC. They can verify whether your coin is the real deal. Once authenticated, you can list it for auction at major coin-selling platforms like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Trust me, serious collectors will pay top dollar for a rare find like this. The 2021 quarter that could turn an ordinary pocket change find into a multi-million-dollar windfall. If this doesn't make you want to start checking your quarters, I don't know what will. Remember, these rare coins don't just appear every day, but they are out there. And who knows? The next time you get change at the store, you might just walk away with a $2.6 million coin in your hand. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and drop a comment below if you've ever found something valuable in your change. Hey guys, welcome back. Imagine this, you're digging through your old change, looking for a couple of bucks for coffee, and bam! You come across a 1993 Washington quarter. No big deal, right? Just another quarter? Well, what if I told you that very quarter could be worth a mind-blowing $2.7 million? Yeah, you heard me right. Today, we're diving deep into what makes this particular coin so valuable, how you can spot one, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. So grab your coins and let's get into it. Alright, let me tell you a quick story. A while back, I was helping my buddy clean out his garage. He had this old jar of coins. Nothing fancy, just everyday change. We're sorting through them, and I pick up a 1993 quarter. Now, I had heard rumors about rare quarters, but I shrugged and tossed it back. Fast forward a few weeks, I read an article about a 1993 quarter that sold for over $2.7 million. You better believe I called my buddy, but of course, the coin jar was long gone. Moral of the story? Always check your quarters. So, what's the big deal with the 1993 quarter? Some 1993 quarters were struck with major minting mistakes, like double dies, off-center strikes, or misaligned lettering. Collectors go nuts for errors like these. A handful of these quarters were mistakenly struck on 90% silver planchets, which shouldn't have happened in 1993. Finding one is like hitting the jackpot. Most 1993 quarters were heavily circulated, so finding one in pristine condition is nearly impossible. If you have one graded MS67 or higher, you might be looking at millions. Quarter, alright, you're probably thinking, how do I know if I've got one? Make sure it has the P mint mark, meaning it was minted in Philadelphia. Look for doubling in the lettering or any unusual design flaws. A normal quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If it's heavier, you might have a silver strike error. The closer your quarter is to being uncirculated, the higher the value. Just to put things into perspective, here are some recent auction results. One 1993 quarter with a mint error sold $4.95,000. Another in nearly perfect condition went for $1.80 million. And the Holy Grail, an ultra-rare, silver-struck version, hit $2.70 million. These sales prove that rare 1993 quarters are serious business. So, if you find one, don't spend it. Get it graded immediately. If you think you've found a valuable quarter, here's what to do next. Send it to PeaceGS or NGC for official grading. Don't rush to sell. Find a trusted coin dealer or auction house. Alright guys, that's it for today. If you've got a 1993 quarter lying around, it might be time to dig it out and take a closer look. Who knows? You could be sitting on a multi-million-dollar coin without even realizing it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Have you ever come across a rare coin in your pocket change? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Alright guys, let me ask you a question. Have you ever picked up a quarter and thought, man, this could be worth millions? No. Well today, I'm about to change that. Because hiding in pockets, old jars, and even between couch cushions is a 1998 D Washington quarter that is currently valued at a jaw-dropping $2.8 million. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't just some collector's fantasy. It's real, and you might be holding one without even knowing it. Now, before you go flipping through every quarter in your house like a treasure hunter, let me walk you through exactly what makes this coin so special, how to identify it, and why someone out there is willing to pay millions for it. Stick around, because this could be your lucky day. I used to think valuable coins were only those old, rare, silver ones. You know, the ones Grandpa kept in his drawer and swore would be worth something. Someday. But then, one day, I was at a flea market, and an old guy was selling coins. I picked up a 1998 quarter just out of curiosity, and he said, you know, some of these are worth a fortune. I laughed it off, but later, I started digging. And man, I had no idea. Turns out, some 1998 D quarters are worth more than my car, probably more than my house. And that's when I knew, this is a story worth sharing. So, What's the big deal with the 1998 D Washington quarter? Well, it was minted at the Denver Mint, hence the D Mint mark. Now, while millions of these quarters were produced, only a handful have a rare and valuable error that makes them worth a fortune. Some experts believe these quarters were struck on experimental planchets, meaning they were made from the wrong kind of metal. Others say it was a die error that gave them a unique look. Either way, these rare mistakes make the right 1998 D quarter worth big money. Alright, now for the part you've been waiting for. How do you know if you have one of these incredibly valuable coins? A standard Washington quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it could be special. The valuable ones often have an unusual surface. It could look slightly different from a regular quarter, almost like it has a bit of a silverish tint. Look closely at the D Mint mark. If it's slightly off-center or double-stamped, you could be looking at a big payday. Some of these rare 1998 D quarters have a smooth edge instead of the usual ridged edge. If your quarter has this, you might be onto something. Where can I check if mine is valuable? Simple. If you think you have one, take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts can tell you exactly what you're holding and how much it's worth. So, why on earth would someone pay nearly $3 million for a quarter? Well, here's the deal. Coin collectors love rare finds, especially when there are very few in existence. If an error is rare enough, collectors will do anything to get their hands on it. A verified 1998 D quarter with the right errors is like the holy grail of modern coins. It's the kind of thing that's one of a kind, and collectors will bid higher and higher just to own a piece of history. The last time one of these sold, it went for an eye-watering $2.8 million at auction. And who knows? The next one could go for even more. Do you have one of these rare 1998 D quarters? If you do, congratulations, you might be sitting on a fortune. If not, don't worry. Rare coins show up in the wild all the time. Keep checking your change, ask older relatives if they have coin collections, and always be on the lookout. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to hear about more coins that could make you rich, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the next big find. Who knows? Your next cup of coffee could come with $1 million coin as change. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you love hunting for treasure without ever leaving your house, then you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about a simple little quarter, yep, just 25 cents, that could turn you into a millionaire overnight. We're talking about the 2000 D South Carolina $quarter coin that's now worth a jaw-dropping $2.90 million. Now, I don't know about you, but if I found one of these in my pocket change, I'd probably faint right there in the checkout line at the gas station. Imagine paying for your morning coffee and realizing you just handed over a fortune. So, stick around, because I'm going to tell you exactly what makes this coin so valuable, how to check if you have one, and why collectors are going crazy over it. You know, this actually reminds me of a time I nearly gave away a valuable coin without realizing it. A few years back, I was cleaning out an old desk drawer when I found a dusty little coin that looked odd. It was a quarter, but something was off. Instead of tossing it into the nearest vending machine, I decided to look it up. Turns out, it wasn't just pocket change. It was a rare error coin worth over $1,000. Ever since then, I've been checking every single coin I get my hands on. And trust me, after this video, you're going to start checking too. Alright, let's get into it. The 2000 D South Carolina quarter was part of the 50-state quarters program, a hugely popular series released by the U.S. Mint from 1999 to 2008. This specific coin was minted in Denver, hence the D Mint mark, and features South Carolina's palmetto tree, a Carolina wren, and an outline of the state. Now, most of these quarters are just regular pocket change, but a few rare ones have features that make them worth life-changing money. So, what's so special about this coin? Why are collectors willing to drop nearly $3 million on it? Some of these quarters have a major minting error, like being struck on the wrong planchet, double die errors, or off-center strikes. One particular variety was struck on a rare experimental planchet, which is what skyrocketed its value. A small number of these quarters have been found with significant double die obverse errors, meaning the design was stamped twice, creating a ghostly double image effect. This kind of mistake makes collectors go wild. Coin grading matters. A coin graded MS69 or MS70, near perfect condition, is worth significantly more than one that's been rattling around in someone's car cup holder for 20 years. Alright, so now that you know what to look for, let's break it down step by step. Here's how you can check if you're sitting on a fortune. Flip the coin over and check below Washington's ponytail. If there's a little D there, congratulations, you're halfway there. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Do you see doubling in the lettering? Any unusual markings or off-center designs? These could be worth serious money. If your quarter feels slightly heavier or lighter than normal, it could be an experimental planchet variety. A normal quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If your coin is scratched up or heavily circulated, it won't be worth as much. A perfect, uncirculated coin could be your ticket to a massive payday. Well, you don't just want to cash it in at your local bank, that's for sure. Here's where you should go. Professional Coin Grading Services, PCGS or NGC. Getting your coin graded by a professional service can verify its authenticity and increase its value. Websites like Heritage Auctions and Stax Bowers specialize in high-value coins and can connect you with the right buyers. Attending a coin show or reaching out to a reputable dealer can be a great way to get an expert opinion and sell your coin for top dollar. That little quarter sitting in your pocket could be worth more than a brand new Lamborghini. So start checking your change, raid the couch cushions, and ask Grandma if she's got an old jar of coins lying around. And if you find one, do not spend it on a soda. Get it graded, take it to an expert, and cash in big. Before you go, hit that like button if you enjoyed this, and subscribe for more coin hunting tips. And let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? I'd love to hear your stories. What if I told you that a simple quarter, yes, just 25 cents, could be worth a jaw-dropping $3 million? Sounds crazy, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're talking about the 2017 P. Ozark Riverways quarter, a coin that has sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. And who knows? You might have one hiding in your couch cushions. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how you could be sitting on a fortune. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine, let's call him Jim, loves to collect coins, but never thought much about quarters. One day, he was sorting through his change at the local diner when he spotted something different. The coin looked normal at first glance, but something about the design seemed off. He tossed it in his pocket, did a little research, and boom, turns out he was holding one of the rarest quarters in circulation. Imagine his shock when he found out that his 25-cent piece was worth more than his house. Alright, let's dive into the details. The 2017 P. Ozark Riverways quarter was part of the America the Beautiful series, a collection of quarters celebrating national parks and historical sites. This particular coin features a beautiful scene of Alley Mill, a historic site in Missouri. At first glance, it looks like any other modern quarter, but here's where things get interesting. So why is this coin commanding such an insane price tag? The answer lies in a few key factors: rarity, errors, and demand. Not all 2017 P. Ozark Riverways quarters are valuable, but certain ones were struck with minting errors that make them exceptionally rare. Some were struck on the wrong planchet, others have dramatic doubling, and a few even feature off-center strikes that drive collectors wild. The biggest moneymaker? A double die obverse. This means the design on the front of the coin appears slightly duplicated due to a mistake at the mint. Collectors go bananas for these errors, and the scarcer they are, the higher the price. Coin collectors are willing to pay big bucks for rare and unusual pieces. If a coin has an error and is in pristine condition, say MS67 or higher, it becomes a bidding war at auctions. Alright, so you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 2017 P Ozark quarter is one of these $1 million rarities? First, make sure it has the P mint mark, which stands for Philadelphia. Look for doubling on Washington's face, or the words United States of America. If the design seems slightly off-center, that's a clue it might be valuable. Some rare errors have smooth edges instead of the typical reeded pattern. If you have one in uncirculated condition, meaning it looks fresh off the press, your odds of a big payday go way up. So let's talk real numbers. A few years back, one of these rare 2017 P Ozark Riverways quarters sold at auction for a whopping $3 million. That's not monopoly money. We're talking cold, hard cash. But even if yours isn't the absolute rarest, lower-grade error coins have been fetching anywhere from $1,000 to $100,000. Still a pretty nice return on a quarter, don't you think? Alright, let's say you hit the jackpot and find one of these valuable quarters. What next? Don't just take it to your local pawn shop. Send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for official authentication. Consider big-name auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. These places attract serious collectors with deep pockets. eBay and coin forums can be options, but be cautious. There are scammers out there. If you prefer face-to-face transactions, coin shows are great places to meet experts who can give you a fair price. The 2017 P Ozark Riverways quarter, a humble 25-cent piece that could change your life. If you've got some spare change lying around, grab a magnifying glass and start searching. You never know what treasures you might have hidden in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting secrets, and drop a comment below. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next lucky collector to find a fortune in your pocket. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Imagine reaching into your pocket for some spare change, and bam! You pull out a quarter that's worth more than a Lamborghini. Sounds crazy, right? Well, stick around because today, we're talking about the 2008 P Arizona $quarter coin that's worth a jaw-dropping $3.1 million. That's right, a single quarter, 25 cents, could change your life forever. I've got an amazing story, insider details, and tips on how you can check your quarters to see if you're sitting on a gold mine. So grab your coin jars, because this is one video you don't want to miss. Now, before we dive in, let me tell you about a time I almost made the biggest mistake of my life. A few years ago, I was sorting through a handful of quarters at a diner, just minding my business, when I spotted one that looked a little different. But being in a rush, I tossed it back in my pocket. Later that night, I looked it up, and my jaw hit the floor. It was a rare error coin worth thousands. Ever since that day, I've checked every single quarter that comes my way. And let me tell you, folks, that little habit has paid off big time. So what makes this 2008 P Arizona quarter so special? That little P mint mark means it was made at the Philadelphia Mint. This quarter celebrates Arizona, featuring the Grand Canyon and a saguaro cactus. The $1 million versions of this coin have a unique defect where part of the cactus covers the initials of the designer. This small but crucial detail turns an ordinary quarter into a collector's dream. Now, not every 2008 P Arizona quarter is worth a fortune. Most are only worth face value, but if you find the right one, oh boy, you're in for a payday of a lifetime. Let's talk numbers. Recently, a pristine example of this rare quarter sold for an astonishing $3.1 million. That's right, some lucky collector cashed in big time. Why? Because serious numismatists, those fancy folks who collect rare coins, are willing to pay top dollar for perfection. A coin in uncirculated, mint condition with the error can fetch millions, while lower quality versions still go for thousands. Be discovered. Maybe even in your pocket. Alright, so how do you know if you've hit the jackpot? It should have a small P below the date. The valuable versions have part of the cactus covering the initials of the designer. If you see this, you may have something special. Even minor printing mistakes or die cracks can increase the value of your coin. A coin in mint or near mint condition is always worth more. So let's say you're lucky enough to find one. What's next? Visit a reputable dealer to get an appraisal. High-value coins are best sold through professional auctions. Sites like eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections are great options. These events attract serious collectors willing to pay big bucks. Now, before you go flipping through every quarter you own, beware of these common mistakes. Never clean a rare coin. It can lower the value instantly. Take your time and get multiple opinions before selling. Make sure your coin truly has the rare defect before getting too excited. So there you have it, folks. The 2008 P Arizona $quarter coin could be your ticket to millionaire status. Next time you get some change, don't just toss it in the cup holder. Inspect it carefully. You never know when a $3.1 million treasure might be hiding in plain sight. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting secrets, and let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin? Until next time, happy hunting, and may your pockets be full of hidden treasures.